Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Amulet Mini Pendant 161170. So basically glowing sculpture that throws a good task light down. Let's get into all the little details on it. So the height of the fixture body, which is not including the cable, is going to be 18.2 inches tall, and it's 7.5 inches wide at its widest point. So 18.2 by 7.5, so it's a pretty good size. It is going to be adjustable. Remember, you have cables that are going to be going up, and when you have cables, it's pretty easy to do your adjustments. So at the shortest, it can be 22 inches from the ceiling down. At the longest, it can be 75 inches from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. If you need longer than the long or shorter than the short, just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and I can check in with customs on that for you. Okay? So moving on from there, let's talk about how this goes on your ceiling. There's going to be two ways. You're going to be able to do what's in the picture next to me, which is going to be a round 5.5 inch canopy, and that's about this thick because it has a transformer inside of it. Remember, these are low voltage fixtures, so that current has to be transformed lower to a lower thing to get down to that bulb. So transformer up there, round canopy, 5.5 inches. You'll notice there's a little nipple on it. So where the cable goes up into that canopy, there's a piece there. It's kind of silvery, and you push that in. That's going to be a release, a strain release. And what happens is it allows you to take that cable and coil it up inside of that canopy. And then when you let go of that little strain relief part, it kind of locks it in place. You can't make it go up and down all the time. It's really just during your installation. Okay. So moving on from there, there's actually another version of this called rail track. So Hubbardton Forge doesn't own the patent on the rail track canopies. You can go online and see those from a company called Tech Lighting, and they come in all kinds of different ways. However, Hubbardton does make a connector that connects into their ports and their canopies, and you'll see that in the picture next to me. So what happens is you don't get the traditional big, 5.5 inch diameter canopy. You just get this little connector, and you can trim your cable to length to get it to your desired length from the ceiling down to the bottom of the fixture, and then you just plug it into their ports, the ports on their canopies. So go to techlighting.com and just check out all their canopies, and it'll kind of go from there. Remember, when you do that, it's going to dictate where those are on the ceiling and how far they are apart from each other. However, there may be some installations, like if you wanted to do a large round version that has lots of little holes in it and you wanted to stagger these, that may be an interesting thing for you to check out. But if you're just going to be putting these over junction boxes, this is a regular 4-inch junction box in your ceiling, and you already have these in place. I would just order the normal regular one. And another great way for you to see a lot of the details on this is on the right-hand side of the page, if you're on HandmadeInVermont.com, on this fixture, under the pull-down menu where it says Choose Your Finish, scroll down a little bit and there's a link, and it's going to tell you to click here for Installations Instructions PDF. So click on that for me. That's going to show you lots of great information. Those are the same installations instructions that are in the box for this when you get it, but it's going to show you how that canopy, the bigger canopy, goes on your junction box. It's going to show you how the light bulb goes in together. All these great little details, so use that if you can do that for me. Okay, let's move on to the socket on this. This is using a GY 6.35 socket, and that's next to me here. It's a pin-based socket, low voltage halogen. Remember, you can't use LEDs on low voltage fixtures like these. Just keep that in mind. And the bulb is a reflector, so it's going to look a little bit like this guy, but it's going to have pins, 2 pins on the very bottom. This is a GU24, so it has these little tabs, but the other one that you're going to be doing has just 2 pins, and it's in the picture next to me here. It's going to be an MR16, which is what this is, reflector. So it's going to just pump a lot of light down. It makes pretty good task lighting. If you're going to be doing a halogen, well, you have to do a halogen. So the halogen is going to be capping you at 50 watts, and that throws a tremendous amount of light, of lumens. And you can put this on a dimmer, so make sure you do that too. Okay, so moving on from there, let's talk about finishes. If you're on our website, we have a finishes help guide. It's over on the left-hand side of your screen in the red tabs. Give that a click for me. There is a video at the top of that. That's me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, mostly translucent finishes, how they look on different types of forging. Scroll down a little bit on that page, and there is a chart that has 10 finishes on it. It's going to show you all these different finishes you can get. Some are translucent, some are opaque. You'll notice some have the pictures with the letter A on them, some have the pictures with the letter B on them, and that's going to show you a range you can see on a lot of heavy forging, talked about in the video up above. However, this fixture, because of the way it's made, doesn't have a lot of heavy forging. So it's going to be more in line with the photographs, the more uniform finishes, the B's for boy. You can click on any of those pictures and a bigger window will pop up with more samples, so try to do that too. It's a good idea just to use the video and that chart together, go back and forth, and you'll really understand everything. So there you go. So I think that covers pretty much everything on this. Our Hubbardton Forge showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On Display page. It's back in the red tabs on the left-hand side. Check that out. We also have a clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an awesome deal. It's returns, discontinued stuff, and showroom samples. You have to come here to use it, so just remember that. And when you order your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fees. Some bigger items, generally big things on pallets, do not come back. We'll always tell you about that on the page for it. And in addition to that, we also offer a rush program. So Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock anything and makes everything to order. That's why you get all these different finishes to play with. So their general lead time on this fixture is going to be about 3 to 4 weeks to make it. We can cut that time in half, and it's very inexpensive. It's also, if you're going to be doing multiples of exactly the same thing, it's really inexpensive. So just, again, drop me a quick email for information about that. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call 802-446 or 802-446-2400, or it's just as easy to drop me a quick email at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. Okay? So I think that covers everything. If I forgot anything, let me know, and we'd love to see you here. Take care. Bye-bye.